Bench day. It's become my favorite workout day of the week. Last week, I only got 2 workouts in, so I'm a little behind. I'm still sore from squat day on Friday. And that just kind of shows a little bit of the conditioning and recovery issues that I'm running into. And life can seem like it's getting in the way of working out, but really there are more important things. Yeah, starting out light. It's the start of a new block, right? Second day of the new block, and we're going down to sets of 4. And starting today with bench, it's 210 pounds, and we have 5 sets of 4, and then another set that's an AMRAP. You know how this program's been going. AMRAPs on the last sets for the main movers. But yeah, I don't know. I'm feeling a little better about this today. We're trying to keep the momentum going. I've been hitting PRs basically every workout for a while with AMRAPs at different weights. Pretty much since I got back to working out after being sick for a while. So that's really exciting. I don't know. I'm happy with how this program's been going. The last, was this week 7? So 6 weeks of the program. I think I've added about 4% to my deadlift, something like that. Maybe a little over. I really don't have much of an idea how much I've added to bench yet, but it's been going really well. And I'm just excited. I hope you guys are getting some enjoyment out of watching the progress happen. And yeah, time for set 2. I don't know what to say. This is set 2, and it feels heavy on the unrack and on the way down the first rep, but it moves really well. So I have high hopes for today. I got 3 more sets and then the AMRAP. I think I should be shooting for 9, maybe 10 reps on that last set, which, let's see, that would be about a 15-pound PR for 10 reps if I hit that. I'm really excited. I kind of have been on a plateau the last 6 months or so, dealing with stuff at work and just life in general. So it would be a big win to hit that. On the last video, I asked you guys, what are some of the PRs that you've hit recently over this last 6 months that you've been really excited about? And honestly, I think if you hit a decent PR in the last 6 months, it's still showing progress, especially if you've been at least moderately consistent over that time since you hit that PR. Then when you make that next push to the next level of your strength gains, then I think it'll come a lot easier than you might think, especially if you have a decent program that you're using. I found Alexander Bromley's program on Boost Camp, the Bull Mastiff program that I'm using right now. I'm not confident in my own programming, so I decided to really lock in more on someone else's that has the experience and the expertise that I don't have. And it's been working. There's no other way to put it. It's been working really well. I've been playing with the idea of doing a video to find my my 3 lift total, my big 3, because it's been, oh gosh, 7, 8 months. It's been 8 months, I think, since I hit my last big PR on any of those 3 1 rep max wise, where I actually tested it and not just used the estimated. So I've been toying with that idea, and I want to know what you think. Would you enjoy that? I would kind of do it the same as I'm doing now, where I would give them thoughts and signals that I'm seeing from my body and over the last few weeks of work. But if it's something that you'd enjoy, then I could take some time, like take a week next month maybe, and prep for that. Have a deload leading up, and then just really try to smash the old records. But if I'm going to do that at home, I'm going to run into a problem where I don't have the plates available to do a deadlift max. I guess I got to look on Facebook Marketplace and find some more 45s. But, all right. Yeah. Make some comments. Let me know what you think on that. And time for the next set. Starting to finally warm up my body temperature. It's January, right? When I was coming out here, I checked the weather for the area. It said it's 40 degrees this morning. And my muscles really don't like working very well when they're exposed to that temperature the first few sets. So still feels heavy on non-rack, but then once I get moving, I'm just so excited. I don't know. I oftentimes don't show my excitement and emotions as vividly as a lot of other people that I know do, but I'm trying to do better for you guys, because watching someone who's deadpan all the time, I understand can be rather boring. So I'm trying to show that excitement a little more, and because I want to share that with people, the experience. I want to share the joy that having progress in your life can bring from all kinds of places in life, right? We have financial, personal, physical. Right now, I'm seeing progress physically, and I'm working on making sure that I keep making progress personally with helping my family to become a more cohesive and happier unit. And yeah, financially will come eventually as I'm working towards that. But doing okay for now on that. Not too concerned about a lot of things, which is I'm grateful for. That a lot of people don't have that comfort, and part of that is just personal management and maintaining a lifestyle that my income can support. Yeah, if you're struggling, I understand that times are hard, and everyone's going to have hard times in life, things that don't go quite the way they wanted. And I hope that you find something to bring joy out of to the surface and out of your life, so that you can keep your hopes alive, keep your spirits up. But that's a lot of that's up to you on whether or not you seek those things out and acknowledge the things that you have. Keep working at it. Next set. Keeps feeling better and better. Downside of talking, though, and trying to share more about the path that's going forward, that I see going forward, and where I've come from, is that I get distracted. Let's see, I think that was set 4. I'm gonna have to pause and go back to look, make sure that I'm not miscounting. But man, high hopes for this AMRAP. And I don't think I've ever looked forward to doing as many reps as possible at any given weight before as I am for this. It's really exciting. If you're struggling in the gym finding that excitement, I sincerely hope that you can find it again, because it is such an amazing experience to be able to do something that's good for you, that's going to help you be around longer for the people that you care about and that depend on you, and to be able to get so much out of it yourself. Yeah. Gonna pause a minute so I can take a look. All right, I went back and counted. I was right. That was set 4. I took the opportunity while it was paused to put on my elbow sleeves, just to try to take the strain off of the tendons a little bit. I am prone to get a little bit of tendonitis in my elbows. I think it gets a little worse in the cold, so along with a little compression, helps keep my joints a little warmer. Pretty important, especially in cold days like this. But yeah, set 5. All right. Can feel a little bit of fatigue setting in. Has been 20 reps ish in the last 20, 22 minutes. And thank you guys for giving me a chance to try to keep the pace up on my sets and not just sit around for 10 minutes between sets. That's been something I've needed to work on for a while to keep up the pace. But I can feel that work starting to settle into the muscle tissues, and I still think I can get up to that 9 to 10 goal that I had. But this is going to be interesting. Yeah. So I'm kind of interested to know, the people that are watching my videos, what's your background? Are you doing powerlifting, strongman, you just lift for fun, bodybuilding? I don't anticipate too many bodybuilders will be interested in what I'm doing, but it's a possibility, and I welcome it. I just want to get to know who is most interested in my content right now, and maybe what I can do to make it a little more interesting for you guys. I I've never really cared so much about my physique as I'm just gaining strength that I can and trying to be able to improve a little bit in strongman competitions as things progress. I moved about a year and a half ago, right? And from the area that I came from, there wasn't quite as wide of a strongman base. Of course, it was less densely populated. So I was just starting to break out and do a little bit better in the standings out there. And then I moved to a higher population area and I went right back down to the bottom. So I'm trying to get back to where I am able to see a little improvement as far as standings in competition. Granted, that's less important than just keeping the progress going as long as I possibly can. But ooh, excuse me. Yeah, tell me what you're doing. Goals in the coming year. I think a year is a fair. I think a year is a fair time frame to set your goals out for the gym. May have to do a voice over this. The neighbor is doing some construction. So. All right. AMRAP. No stinking way. There's no way. That blows my mind. I'm just so stoked off that. 12 reps with 210. I gotta breathe for a minute. All right. Before I get into my accessory work, I wanted to share a little more about that feeling after the AMRAP that I had. I had to take a breath. That was a huge win for me. 12 reps. I went and looked it up using one of the online free bench max calculators, and that puts me at 294 pounds approximately. which, if that's accurate, that is a 10-pound PR that I set for myself. Was that in, it was March or April? I think it was April. So I set that in April, and I just kind of stagnated for about 6 months over the summer. And week 7 of this program, I caught back up to where I was, and I have potentially surpassed it by an enormous margin. I know it might not seem like a lot to some people that are newer to lifting, but when you've been lifting for more than a year and you make up for 7 months of inconsistency and then another 10 pounds on top of that in less than 2 months of work, while also having to get over being sick. I don't know. If you are getting that in your workouts, be extremely happy, because that is so huge. Once you've been lifting for a while, a lot of times you'll sit at the same weight and not feel like you're making any progress for months at a time. I've been there several times, which is why I went away from doing my own programming. I haven't had the time or focus for learning how to program effectively for myself. So what better thing than to use the free resources that relative experts and arguably some of the best people have made available for free. Just use it. And yeah, I'm the excitement is real, not just for the PR that I set, but the sign of the potential for future gains, not just through the rest of this program over the next 12 weeks, so another 3 months, but it's showing almost newbie gains for me just by shifting the programming. And I'm not even being as strict as I could be, and some people would say that I should be. If this were my livelihood, I definitely would be more consistent and more rigid about my routine. But this is essentially just for fun for me and for health, longevity. So this shows without a shadow of doubt to me that I have a lot more potential that I have not tapped yet. And if you're here this early and seeing this, I am so stoked that you are seeing the start of what potentially is a huge ramp up to personal development in an area of my life that I enjoy so much, and hopefully you enjoy too. We got to share the wins together and build each other up. And I hope that me sharing this with you is doing that for you. And yeah, I'll quit with the mushy stuff, but I'm super happy, and I hope to be able to do this for a long time and continue showing that progress. So, first set of accessories.